Leo, welcome or welcome back to my channel. I have some cards pre-pulled for you so that we can jump right into the messages that I have for you today from Spirit. I see that you are going through a situation where you are watching someone get away. This feels like a continuation from the previous reading. So this messages more so will probably be uploaded with the other reading. I will link it in the description box. Something is not coming in and you are on defense mode. So I'm feeling intuitively that somebody walked away. You were under the belief that they were going to return to you. And you are defensive and prepared to fight for this person. For others of you, someone is coming in and they took too long to come in. So you are defensive because you're trying to figure out what were they doing all of this time that they were missing. So you may be in the energy of don't come over here now because you wasn't thinking about me before. So all of a sudden now this person is interested in you. Let's see what else. Okay. So this is a connection that is no longer moving forward. So this is the energy that I was picking up on earlier, just a while ago. We have 4 wands in reverse. You are working on yourself. You are healing. So because this energy feels like a continuation of the last reading, I'm going to say that some of you may have saw my reading and acted on it. Well, maybe not, but some of you saw my reading as confirmation for you from the last video, and you took heed to it and made a decision, took action. And this person felt like you just disappeared. And because the connection ended and you were working on yourself. You're working on pouring into yourself, but you're also nurturing something else. Let's see. So you or someone is blinded under this delusion that you cannot make a decision. You don't know what to do. Now, for others of you, if this is a romantic interest, someone could have decided to go back to someone that you were dating. They could have decided to go back to somebody else that they were with, or stay with the person that they were already with that you did not know about. Maybe you eventually learned about this other person and decide, there you go, 3 of Swords in reverse. So there you go. Just as I was saying, the 3 of Swords has come out. So you are healing from a situation. This is pretty much confirmation of the star that you are letting go of a situation. So you found out that this person was still dealing with somebody else. But if this is the story for last reading I did, then this is confirmation that what some of you were dealing with a partner had somebody else, but you were not particularly aware because of how far y'all live. And the person that you were dealing with, you're not from the area that they're in. So you didn't really know to what extent they were dealing with whoever they were dealing with. Now, check out that reading for more details on that. But I did get a download just now that some of you thought that you were going to be in a connection with somebody that you met online, that you thought you were in a relationship with, not realizing that they already had a partner. They might have told you that they were no longer with this person, but come to find out, they're trying to convince you that they decided to work it out for whatever reason with that person. Because I feel intuitively that this 4 of Wands in reverse represents you no longer being in a connection with them, moving forward in a connection with them. That's why these 3 of Wands is here. But you did want this connection. However, you were not aware that this person was not coming in because they were going back to something else. At least that's what you thought. The reason this 3 of Swords is here in reverse is because I feel intuitively that this wasn't particularly a third-party situation for you. More so, you thought that it was you and that person, and y'all was gonna be together potentially. And in all actuality, you were the third party. You just didn't know that. When this person moved away from you, it was because they told you that they were gonna work it out with their wife or husband or whatever the situation is. But the reality of the situation is that person never left. So they were actually cheating and stepping out on who they were with you. They were trying to, I feel intuitively that they were trying to leave that situation and secure something with you. But only reason why they were trying to secure something with you is because something was going on with that person. That person looked like they were getting ready to exit the connection and abandon them. That's why I feel intuitively, but I'm going to put another card. See, Queen of Pentacles. This is the same Queen of Pentacles that popped up in the other reading. Okay. Let's see what else. Hold on. One of your cards fell. Okay, Spirit told me to reject that card that fell. Fell for a reason, so I'm going to shuffle and pull the card for you. I feel like this person has something to say to you, and it's crazy because I feel like I just saw the devil, and I did. Of course I did. This person has something to say to you, which is crazy. This person, the way I'm reading the energy, this person still wants to be attached to you. So that's telling me that this person moved away from you and didn't have any communication with you for a period of time. Split the deck. Confirmation. They moved away from you and they didn't have communication with you for a period of time because they were trying to resolve whatever was going on with that other person that they were already with. So I saw Eight of Wands again. But this person is trying to come back around now. well, God knows what story. I'll pull some cards for you to see what they're going to say. But, yep, 6 of Wands. So this person is trying to come back in again. Okay, first I'm going to pull some cards for you of a description of who this person could be. And then I'm going to put a love message for you to see what this person wants to say to you. Okay, so this person could be redhead, also could be have very dark hair. Family came out in reverse, so to me, that's telling me that even though this reading overlaps with the last reading that I did, this particular story, because that other reading had a few stories, this particular story is not for a family dynamic. That's why I came out in reverse. Exaggerated features. So whoever this person is, this is somebody that does the most. Like, always have to be seen. They like to dress extravagant. This could be a connection of a I'm led to say tranny, but it doesn't necessarily have to be that it's a transvestite. It could just be a person that is very dramatic in their appearance of how they like to look. Like, it could be a person who likes to wear a lot of makeup. It could be a person who has long eyelashes, has long nails. So this could be you, or this could be your person. So whoever it is that I'm talking to right now that's watching this video, this is you or your person who who moves like this in terms of their appearance, of how they like to dress, how they like to present themselves. Okay, a man. So this man could have a short haircut. So this is definitely a man that's not bald. So this is a man who has some type of hair. He has a short haircut. His nose is defined. He's fair skinned, light skin. He's not dark skinned. This is somebody that's fair skinned. There's a plethora of shades that could be fair skinned. You could be white, or you could just simply be light skinned. I want to pull one more. Okay, I also have albino. So this is somebody, I see pink roses. So this could be someone, you could be a person who actually really enjoys flowers. Maybe you told someone that you love these flowers. Maybe this person recently gave you these flowers for Valentine's Day, or maybe you just had a birthday. Not just had a birthday, excuse me, for your last birthday. Maybe these were the flowers that you got for your birthday that just passed. Or perhaps you asked for something for your birthday of material value, and whatever it is that you asked for, maybe it was pink. So maybe you asked for some stilettos that were pink. You asked for a bag that was pink. Maybe you just did your nails a pink color. You like to wear pink a lot. Pink could be your favorite color. I know I said last card, but I was trying to pull one more. And this is somebody who has a lot of markings on them. So you could have a lot of tattoos, or you could just have particular marks on your body that are noticeable. Like, it could be a mark somewhere in a very pronounced place that many people could see. So let me pull some messages for you from your person, or this person. Running in a codependent relationship, fear of intimacy, listening to ego. Okay, so you're dealing with somebody that they're codependent, And they're going to always run from person to person. And I honestly feel like they stepped out on whoever it is that they were with when they started dealing with you, to see if they still had it, like to see if they could still pull somebody. Because whatever connection they were in it for years. So they really just wanted to see if they still had it, if they still was going to be able to pull somebody. But your connection became more than what it was supposed to be. So you have both receiving what you need, progression, arriving, moving on, closure, issue. So this is Spirit saying that this read is supposed to be your confirmation of what you already felt and knew as far as what you needed to do. Your closure was when you found out what the situation was. You're never going to get the accurate, correct closure that you would want from that person. That's what I feel. But the way the situation played out, you did, what most people do, which is speak to other people about it, have conversations about opinions, and people gave their opinions on what they thought about the situation. And a lot of the people probably told you what I just told you today, or something similar to it. And Spirit is telling you that is your closure, because everything is in front of you. The writing is on the wall. This is what it is. This person is toxic and they're very codependent. So even if they weren't with that person, there were going to be, and they ended up with you, there were going to be things about them that you would have seen that you didn't like anyway. You wouldn't have wanted to stay. So you wouldn't have wanted to stay in that connection anyway. Abundance. Keep a positive mindset. Manifest exactly what you want. Gratitude, bliss. Exactly. That person is not for you. They never were going to be for you. And it's better that you find out now than later, because you've already invested way too much into that situation. Especially considering that the way the connection was going, it didn't have any direction. All you had was a bunch of promises, but there wasn't really any action actually that was really happening. That's what I have for you today, Leo. Namaste. Be well.